Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Penniless Plantation. We wanted to make an intro video. We're sorry we've been delayed on the Christmas tree farm, and we wanted to inform everybody kind of why. We stay very busy with our home here. We both work full time jobs. Um, we have two kids at home, one graduating, getting ready to go to college. We've been preparing for that. We've been real busy with that. Our land is an hour away, and in our intro video, a lot of the volume was down. So, to recap some of that, what we were trying to explain that we plan on building a farm there, and we actually have a camper picked out. We're getting ready to go possibly put a camper out there and spend quite a bit more time out there working on the place. But we've kind of kept it low key and kind of kept a secret what animals we kind of intend to raise out there. We will have trivia where we give away some gifts and some items, but we want to invite you on our journey as we progress and build things on our farm. We just bought the tractor last year. We've been rehabbing the garage that I bought years ago, getting it in shape. We've been preparing, like I said, one child getting ready to go to college. We have another child that's in high school. We're getting ready to get her ready for college. Helped another child move, and we just been staying busy with family stuff just here in Kentucky. And then on top of that, to add to that, when we travel to Indiana to go work and help out on the Christmas tree farm, which the wife grew up at, and she has a lot more information that she can tell you about the Christmas tree farm. But we are going to bring that video to you today.
Yeah, and like Joe was saying, I did grow up on the tree farm, so we'll go ahead and start the video, and I'll kind of go through what I remember, what it was like growing up, and kind of where they're at right now with the tree farm. But we'll talk about that as we get started. Thanks, guys.
And without further ado, here is the video.
All right, so here we are pulling into the farm. That sign you see has been there since we opened. Um, we opened there in 1989. They first started planting trees in 1983 by hand, and I'll show you that field. We'll take a look at it here in a minute. But they started planting 800 trees the first year, and they, like I said, those were all planted by hand. They planted French Scotch and white pine the first year, and they got them from the state nursery. They were from 6 inches tall to 2 feet tall. And as you can see here on the right, we do have some pre-cuts. And typically we do have pre-cuts because we are where the property is. We do not grow fir trees very well, specifically Fraser fir, Douglas, and we had concolor this year. And then those trees laying over to the side you see on the right are 10 foot and above. Alright, so here is the field. This is the first field. So this is where they first planted the 800 trees the first year in 1983. This is round 3 for this patch of land to be planted. And these trees maybe have another year or two to grow before they're ready to be cut down. Fun fact, during Easter, we usually have a big family event that my mom puts on. And each row of trees you see there behind the barn, each kid high school or younger, gets a row of trees, and the parents for that child then go and hide all their Easter gifts in the specific row of trees for that kid, and then they can go down and get what the Easter Bunny left for them. That log cabin and the outhouse you see there, my parents actually bought in 2006 from a neighbor. It was built in the 1830s. It needs some work done to it, so we're looking into that to get it fixed back up. But as we swing back around, you'll see it here again from the front side. That's actually where Joe and I got married. We had our ceremony right there. We had some bales of straw, and we'll insert some pictures here and show you. We got married in front of that and then had the reception in the barn. Here we are actually passing over my grandparents' place, the barn with the red roof, and that would be my grandparents' property. And we're going to cross the road, and this is the other field. We have some trees planted there, some white pine, scotch, a little bit of scotch, and Canaan, and some Norway. And then we had a small patch of trees that you could choose from this year. Unfortunately, we had droughts. I believe it was 2010, 11, and 12, and killed most of the trees we planted. So not only are we in between that field and the field you saw behind the barn with trees that can be cut, my parents are also considering retirement, and we've cut back hours, and they're wanting to slow it down some. So that small patch you saw of white pine, which you'll see again here in a minute. And then we had plenty of pre-cut trees, Fraser, Douglas, and Concolor this year. We did end up selling out of all the pre-cut trees that we had this year, and they were able to close early because they were out of pre-cuts, which was kind of nice. And then I did want to let you know that when we first opened in 1989, they sold 297 trees that year, and the best year was in 2013, and they sold 1,522 trees that year. So yeah, that was really good. We still had a bunch of trees left, and we hadn't got into the ones that were all died in the 3 years we had droughts.
So we've also had many different animals throughout the years, from llama to goats to a donkey, a pony. We've had pigs, cows, not necessarily during the time we're open, but all throughout the year. And we've also had cats, dogs. Right now they've got some cats and Buddy, the donkey, and Macy, the pony. They weren't outside at the moment because of the weather, but if it was nicer out, they would have been out waiting for somebody to give them some grass to eat. And then as we cross again over the road, you'll see they do have a small crop field, corn or beans. It's Indiana. Here they're going to get corn or soybeans. But in behind that crop field, we had trees that whole field, again until recently, and they're just downsizing, cleaning things up. There in that dark spot, we had some gigantic Norway spruce trees. They grow really well here. But we had all those. I mean, they were like 16, 20 feet tall, huge. So we've had all those cut down. This is the first tree shaker they got when they opened 30 years ago, and that thing is still going. It's made by the brand Howie. It's fantastic. We also have a tree baler you'll see here in a minute. This is our tree stand, or a drill for our tree stand that we sell, which is called the Stand Straight. It's also pretty awesome. They drill the bottom, and then there's a spike that you put in, legs attached, turn it over, that's it. No screwing on bolts, that kind of thing. And then here is the baler I was telling you again, also by Howie, a really great company. We're going to finish it up here with a look at the gift shop, which my mom, and she has a lot of help that puts a lot of time into selecting these, pricing everything, and decorating our gift shop. You'll see there up at the top in that window a little bit, we do have a train that goes around. They also do wreaths, tons of wreaths, all kinds of sizes, 6-inch to 54-inch, crosses, candy canes, hearts, swag, stars, snowflakes. They do grave blankets. It's my mom and her crew, we call them the wreath department. They do so much, really helping out with the gift shop and the wreaths and decorating. And we also have Santa who comes, and he is there usually the first 2 weekends in December. And something that my parents do and have done since the beginning is there's always free coloring book and candy cane for the kids, and there's always free hot chocolate, coffee, tea, free parking. They really make it so that any family, no matter their financial situation, can come and make memories and start some traditions. So I'm going to let this video play out, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Thank you again.